transparent, and to notify us immediately of any change in your email address. You always have the option of switching back to a paper bill by changing your billing preferences at AT&T's online account management site. You will not receive a paper bill in the mail unless you expressly request one. You are responsible for paying all charges for or resulting from services provided under this agreement, including any activation fee that may apply to each voice or data line. You will receive monthly bills that are due in full. If you dispute any charges on your bill, you must notify us in writing at AT&T Bill Dispute, 1025 Lenox Park, Atlanta, GA30319 within 100 days of the date of the bill, or you will have waived your right to dispute the bill and to participate in any legal action raising such dispute. Charges include, without limitation, airtime, roaming, recurring monthly service, activation, administrative, and late payment charges, regulatory cost recovery, and other surcharges, optional feature charges, toll, collect call and directory assistance charges, restoral and reactivation charges, any other charges or calls billed to your phone number, and applicable taxes and governmental fees, whether assessed directly upon you or upon AT&T. To determine your primary place of use, PPE, and which jurisdictions' taxes and assessments to collect, you're required to provide us with your residential or business street address. If you don't provide us with such address, or if it falls outside our licensed services area, we may reasonably designate a PE within the licensed services area for you. You must live and have a mailing address within AT&T's owned network coverage area, or its assignees or successors. Auto bill pay. If you enroll your account for automatic bill payments, auto bill pay, you authorized AT&T to charge your debit, credit card, or bank account automatically to pay your monthly statements, as well as any unpaid balances and fees if your AT&T service is disconnected. To cancel your authorization for auto bill pay, you must call 1-800-288-2020. You should also contact your card issuer or financial institution to advise that you have cancelled your enrollment. You will lose any promotional credits associated with your account if you opt out from auto bill pay. Payment upon cancellation. If you were required to provide a credit or debit card to establish service, you acknowledge you have the authority to authorize charges to that card. This may or may not be the same credit or debit card used for auto bill pay. By giving us your credit or debit card information, which you can change at any time by contacting us, you authorize us to apply this method of payment in accordance with applicable law to satisfy any and all amounts due upon cancellation of service. You also acknowledge and agree that you are required to maintain current credit or debit card information with us and agree to notify us whenever there is a change in such information, such as a change in the card number or the expiration date, and additionally, that AT&T may obtain such updated information through payment card networks, card issuers or other third-party sources to which you may have been required to provide credit or debit card information. 1.5 How does AT&T calculate my bill? 9/29/2020 Terms of Service, Legal Policy Center, AT&T. https://www.att.com/legal/terms.wireless-customer-agreement.html319. Usage and monthly fees will be billed as specified in your customer service summary or rate plan information online. If the equipment you order is shipped to you, your services may be activated before you take delivery of the equipment so that you can use it promptly upon receipt. Thus, you may be charged for services while your equipment is still in transit. If, upon receiving your first bill, you have been charged for services while your equipment was in transit, you may contact Customer Care 1-800-331-0500 to request a credit. Except as provided below, monthly services and certain other charges are billed 1 month in advance, and there is no proration of such charges if service is terminated on other than the last day of your billing cycle. Monthly service and certain other charges are billed in arrears if you're a former customer of AT&T Wireless and maintain uninterrupted service on select AT&T rate plans. However, if you elect to receive your bills for your services combined with your wireline phone bill where available, you will be billed in advance as provided above. You agree to pay for all services used with your device. Airtime and other measured usage chargeable time is billed in 4-minute increments, and actual airtime and usage are rounded up to the next 4-minute increment at the end of each call for billing purposes. AT&T charges a 4 minute of airtime usage for every fraction of the last minute of airtime used on each wireless call. Unless otherwise provided in your plan, minutes will be depleted according to usage in the following order: night and weekend minutes, mobile-to-mobile minutes, anytime minutes, and rollover, except that minutes that are part of both a limited package and an unlimited package will not be depleted from the limited package. Chargeable time begins for outgoing calls when you press send or similar key, and for incoming calls when a signal connection from the caller is established with our facilities. Chargeable time ends after you press E&E or similar key, but not until your wireless telephone's signal of call disconnect is received by our facilities and the call disconnect signal has been confirmed. All outgoing calls for which we receive answer supervision or which have at least 30 seconds of chargeable time, including ring time, shall incur a minimum of 1 minute airtime charge. Answer supervision is generally received when a call is answered. However, answer supervision may also be generated by voicemail systems, private branch exchanges, and inter-exchange switching equipment. Chargeable time may include time for us to recognize that only one party has disconnected from the call, time to clear the channels in use, and ring time. Chargeable time may also occur from other uses of our facilities, including by way of example, voicemail deposits and retrievals, and call transfers. Calls that begin in one rate period and end in another rate period may be billed in their entirety at the rates for the period in which the call began. Data transport or usage is calculated in 4 kilobyte increments, and actual transport or usage is rounded up to the next 4 kilobyte increment at the end of each data session for billing purposes. AT&T calculates a 4 kilobyte of data transport usage for every fraction of the last kilobyte of data transport usage used on each data session. Transport or usage is billed either by the kilobyte, KB or megabyte and MB. If billed BYMB, the 4 KBs calculated for each data session during the billing period are totaled and rounded up to next 4 MB increment to determine billing. If billed BYKB, the 4 KBs calculated for each data session during the billing period are totaled to determine billing. Network overhead, software update requests, email notifications, and resend requests caused by network errors can increase measured kilobytes. Data transport usage occurs whenever your device is connected to our network and is engaged in any data transmission, as discussed in more detail in section 6.4. If you select a rate plan that includes a predetermined allotment of services, for example, a predetermined amount of airtime, megabytes or messages, unless otherwise specifically provided as a part of such rate plan, any unused allotment of services from one billing cycle will not carry over to any other billing cycle. We may bill you in a format as we determine from time to time. Additional charges may apply for additional copies of your bill, or for detailed information about your usage of services. Delayed billing, billing of usage for calls, messages, data or other services, such as usage when roaming on other carriers' networks, including internationally, may occasionally be delayed. Such usage charges may appear in a later billing cycle, will be deducted from anytime monthly minutes or other services allotments for the month when the usage is actually billed, and may result in additional charges for that month. Those minutes will be applied against your anytime monthly minutes in the month in which the calls appear on your bill. You also remain responsible for paying your monthly service fee if your service is suspended for non-payment. We may require payment by money order, cashier's check, or a similarly secure form of payment at our discretion. 1.6 are advance payments and or deposits required. We may require you to make deposits or advance payments for services, which we may offset against any unpaid balance on your account. Interest won't be paid on advance payments or deposits unless required by law. We may require additional advance payments or deposits if we determine that the initial payment was inadequate. Based on your creditworthiness as we determine it, we may establish a credit limit and restrict services or features. If your account balance goes beyond the limit we set for you, we may immediately interrupt or suspend services until your balance is brought below the limit. Any charges you incur in excess of your limit become immediately due. If you have more than one account with us, you must keep all accounts in good standing to maintain services. If one account is past due or over its limit, all accounts in your name are subject to interruption or termination and all other available collection remedies. 1.7 What if I fail to pay my AT&T bill when it is due? You agree that for each bill not paid in full by the due date, AT&T